So on TikTok, they've been doing this thing where they be like, yo, we're done with the 90s.
I love this trend.
It's my favorite trend of all time.
Holy shit, that's a good trend.
So if you don't know what it is, it's like they are going back and looking at film, full games from the 90s. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, all those greats from the 90s being like, yo, these niggas was not as good as y'all make them seem, which I've always felt. I've always felt. These niggas ain't as good as y'all make them seem. That was just y'all childhood. These niggas ain't as good. And I'm with y'all. I'm ready to take a step forward. Last night, in preparation for this podcast, I listened to Biggie Smalls, the Notorious B.I.G., Life After Death, front to back. He ain't as good as y'all say. He ain't as good as y'all say.
Yeah, okay.
He ain't as good.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, there's some hit records on there that's undeniable. There's hits on there, I'm like, yo, undeniable.
There we go.
But even Jordan got some shit that's undeniable.
Yeah.
MJ got some shit that's undeniable.
6 trips, yeah.
And undeniable. He got some dunks, undeniable. Some fadeaway threes. Excuse me, middies, because he have a three, undeniable. But some of them records is like, this shit deniable, twin. Like I can leave this one out of here. All I'm saying to you is that, like I said on a Patreon from last week, we got to make some changes to the Mount Rushmore rappers. Here's what I'm ready to say. The Mount Rushmore changes every 20 years.
Okay, I like that.
Every 20 years, the Mount Rushmore changes.
I like that.
Like right now is a point where like we got to change the Mount Rushmore. It's been 24 years since the year 2000. You telling me that Biggie Smalls and Tupac and Rakim and all these niggas still deserve to be on Mount Rushmore of hip hop? No.
Yeah, it's been a quarter century.
It's been a quarter. Yo, a young person has grown up, been able to rent a car in a time span since when most of these guys last released a good album.
Question.
Yes.
Are there any rappers from the 90s that stay?
No.
Really?
Not on like the next, every 20 years we gotta change it.
Yeah, but I think I like that rule, but I think we also need to look at the rappers, individually, because there might be a rapper from the 90s. Like,
tell me who.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, we can't just get rid of all the 90s rappers.
I think we can.
I don't know.
I think we can because most of us ain't going back and listening to that shit. we got it.
Here's what I'll say. Okay, maybe the 90s is a bad example, but I like the idea of changing it every 20 years because if somebody does last long enough to see the next 20-year checkup, then they deserve to be there because you've lasted all this time.
But the thing about 20 years is 20 years is such a long time for me. It's like Kanye and Drake are the guys who I think 20 years from now will still be on that list. Only because like music has went to the way they went. So I Googled just now popular rappers from the 90s. Tupac, Nas, Notorious B.I.G., Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, A Tribe Called Quest. That's a collective. Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J, Outkast, DMX, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, Lauryn Hill, Method Man, Eminem, Scarface, Redman, Andre 3000, Common, Mobb Deep, Queen Latifah, Beastie Boys. Do any of these artists still deserve to be on the Mount Rushmore from today?
I think Outkast.
Outkast, maybe, but I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the top 4.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like,
okay. I see what you're saying. Well, some of these that you read, top four. Okay.
Mount Rushmore mean like like
Nas is in top 4.
No,
he's not.
No,
like Eminem is not top because some of these are still around today.
They are still around and they're making good music and people that their fans still like.
But I don't know if they're top 4. Okay,
no, some of these guys like Nas and Eminem who are still releasing today, who are still active, who are still trying to make good music, you could put them top 15.
Yeah,
but like. Think about a Meek Mill in his prime. Am I ranking Meek Mill above Nas in like the last 20 years? No. You got me fucked. You got Meek fucked up. You got Meek fucked up for real. Yeah. Like, and listen.
Wait, did you mean Nas over Meek or Meek over Nas?
You got Meek. You got them Meek over Nas.
Yeah.
Because you got Meek fucked up.
Yeah.
You got Meek fucked up because Meek has Granted, the last few years has been rough for him. I'll take that. But those 2010s, which is more than a decade worth of of the last 20 years time, you couldn't touch him.
So you're saying Meek should be over Nas. So that's why I keep getting confused.
That's what I'm saying. Meek should be over Nas.
No, because you say if you think Meek is over Nas, you got me fucked up. And I was like,
no. Excuse me. If I said that, I apologize.
Yeah, that's why.
And that confused you, listen. I apologize.
You're just saying Meek is over Nas in the past 20 years.
If I'm saying if you think Nas isn't over Meek, excuse me, Meek isn't over Nas. That's what I'm saying.
If you think Nas isn't over Meek, is over Meek.
No. If you think Meek isn't over Nas,
okay.
That's what I said.
Okay.
If you think Meek isn't over Nas, you got me fucked up.
Gotcha.
Because like Meek definitely belongs to over.
Especially Meek off of what he's done the past 20 years. Yeah, I like the 20-year parameter that you set. But what's funny about 20 years though, Kanye's first album 20 years ago. That's crazy.
I mean, Kanye's number one to me.
That's crazy.
That's 20 years.
Like that's dog. That it has to be.
Without question.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. And some of your songs still go number one. Carnival still going number one. Like,
and he's recreated himself.
Yeah, plenty of times. And even now he's doing it alone, and it's still like ranking. Yeah.
We gotta put Kanye number one over the last 20. I'm putting Drake number two.
Yes.
Number 3 and 4. Y'all can debate that. Future Street.
We talked about this.
Future Street. Number 4.
I don't know.
4, y'all can debate that.
Maybe.
You want to say Kendrick?
I want to. I
get it.
I'll say Kendrick for now. If anybody can make a better an argument for somebody else, I'll hear you out. But just to round this out, I think Mount Rushmore the past 20 years. And
that's our point. I don't think that the Mount Rushmore should just be whatever it is for whatever. Yeah. No.
Because time moves on.
Because same way like the niggas on TikTok saying we done with the 90s. Yo, Jordan didn't have a left. I seen the clips. He didn't have a left hand for real. I'm gonna be honest. Yo, listen, I'll say this right now. D'Angelo Russell is a more skilled guard than Michael Jordan ever was. He is more skilled with the ball in his hands than Michael Jordan ever was.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I don't feel bad for saying that.
Yeah, I will say this.
Go ahead.
The thing with we're done with the 90s trend is that I don't know if it's all the way factual, the videos that I'm seeing on my feed, because I've been seeing counter videos.
It's old niggas.
I'm just saying. I've been seeing counter.
By the way, I want you to know what's funny about that? I'm sorry to cut you off. I see them too. The old niggas who do counter videos is highlights. The young niggas who do is the one white boy. He keeps saying like, this is all footage from 1/4 of one game. I didn't cherry pick this.
Okay.
I didn't cherry pick this shit.
Oh, the ones I've seen that been cherry picked because I thought that we done with the 90s was mainly to piss off the old folks.
No, I can't think of the white kid name. I gotta find it. It's one white boy on TikTok.
Okay.
He is going through and watching he watched a game from the 1990 finals against the Magic and another finals. He's like, I'm watching one game and I'm showing you highlights from the first quarter. This is one game of 1/4. These highlights ain't cherry picked. This is a first quarter of gameplay.
It wasn't mainly like
it's bullshit.
Was it all bullshit or
it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And then the old heads coming back and be like, watch this. And there's a bunch of highlights. I'm seeing Michael Jordan playing 3 different jerseys.
Yeah.
3 different jerseys, 4 different shorts. I'm like, you giving me highlights. He gave you one game. You put together a highlight tape of I could put you together a highlight tape of Mikal Bridges, and he was like the best player to ever fucking play this game.
Yeah.
But these niggas going back and watching game footage.
Yeah.
Get him out of here, dog.
Listen,
also the problem. Excuse me. The problem is not that we don't believe the 90s was like it's irrelevant. For y'all time, it was good. It was good hoops.
It's evolved.
It's evolved. So when y'all say like stuff like defense was better in the 90s. Do you know what illegal defense was? Illegal defense in the 90s meant teams weren't allowed to play zone defense. Teams were allowed to double team situations. Most of 90 defense was one-on-one defense. It's like, I had to guard my guy. That's not good defense. In today's NBA, guys are dealing with 3-2 zones, like 2-3 zones. Guys are dealing with double teams every time they come down the court. You talk about some That defense is better. The schemes could not compete with today.
Well, that's a fact. Yeah,
And
that's the reason what's evolved the schemes because they needed to figure out other ways
to
defend these people.
It was illegal. It was illegal. Not just like it was. They couldn't do it. It was like the rules said they couldn't do it. And I'm not knocking that. That's not your fault. It was illegal. But if that's the case, then how could you ever compare niggas like that?
Yeah.
Y'all saying niggas like LeBron in his prime couldn't compete in the 90s. LeBron in his prime put a 50 a night against defenses like that.
Yeah, one-on-one, absolutely.
LeBron catch double teams every night, and he's 40 years old now. You talking about you put Miami LeBron in the 90s? He put up 50 a night against niggas. Fuck is you talking about? Yo, the niggas who play basketball today are more athletic than they ever been in their fucking life. Niggas are the best athletes in the fucking world. We talking about niggas who couldn't even touch minutes. Like 90s basketball play, like I'm gonna keep it beat with y'all. I say it right now. John Stockton is TJ McConnell. He don't get minutes in today's league. What are we talking about? We gotta be honest. We done with that shit.
Yeah.
We done with that shit. We done with it.
The only thing I'll say, everything you said, I agree with. The only thing that you said earlier that stood out to me was that like the LeBron, because I don't know where the guys picking the games, if it's from early in Jordan's career, because we all saw The Last Dance, and that was addressed in the documentary when when Jordan had to learn to use his left because he couldn't get past, I think, was it the Pistons or I don't remember what team. That was an episode of The Last Dance where they addressed the left-handed thing.
No, it was Jordan had to get in the gym. He wasn't strong enough. It was never the left hand.
It was a left-handed episode. I remember.
But by the way,
because also there's footage of Isaiah Thomas or Isaiah fucking whatever from his fucking rival being like the rules were like drive him to the left because he has no left.
Yeah.
So he had to learn to use the left.
LeBron had a left his whole career.
I'm not comparing.
But this is what I'm saying. We done with it though. Yeah. Because we talking about the GOAT didn't have a left hand for 7 years of his career.
Yeah.
This we talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all call this nigga the GOAT and he didn't have a left hand. He didn't have. Yo, you put Ben Simmons in the 90s. He's the best player to ever fucking play the game. That's his comp.
Yeah.
His comp is the guy that didn't have a left hand. Ben Simmons gonna play in the 90s, the best player ever played because he don't have to shoot the ball.
But this is actually what you're saying right now is I'm feeling like, yo, why are we even comparing this? But that's why we got to do the we done with the 90s.
We done with it.
We can't compare it anymore. It's too different.
Yo, and this is why I say we got to change the Mount Rushmore every 20 years.
Yeah, it changes too much. Everything changes.
Shit evolves. And these old niggas want to like hold on to their childhood and they want to hold on to nostalgia and they want to hold on to these folk tales of how great players were.
Yeah, that's why. Exactly. And it's a generational thing for sure.
I watched the 2016 finals
live. Yeah, you told the stories. Yeah,
I've watched it live. Think I'm not gonna hold on to the folk tales? LeBron's the greatest player I've ever seen in my fucking life. He's the GOAT. But also, you can go watch that shit on YouTube. You can, front to back, you can watch those games, and you're gonna see. Oh no, he's the best player on the court. There's moments where Kyrie take over. There's moments in that series where Kyrie take over, but Kyrie don't win that series without LeBron.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He can't. LeBron is the best player I've ever seen on a basketball court in my fucking life. That nigga Michael Jordan don't got like, yo, we done with that 90s shit. Y'all old niggas gotta hang that shit up. I don't want to hear no more talks about Michael Jordan. I don't want to hear no more talks about Rakim. We done with that 90s shit. We done with it.
Yo, we done with the 90s, yeah, man.
It's over and done with.
You still like Life After Drake, or do you like We Done With the 90s better?
You said what?
As a title. Do you still are married to Life After Drake, or We Done With the 90s?
You choose. You can write both of them down, but you choose. You tell me.
I like We Done With the 90s because just...
That's already like a thing that's going on.
That's why.
All right, go. Okay. We could, but you know.
Word, yeah.
On Patreon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
New people.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? We Done With the 90s. I just like that phrase a lot, by the way.
It's a great phrase.
It actually feels like a real like generational revolution.
Yes, we done with that shit.
Like this idea of like, yo, we gotta do our own thing. Fuck, we're taking over. Like the new adults are taking over now.
Exactly.
Black millennials couldn't do it.
Exactly.
It wasn't the black millennials that started with Done With the 90s.
And this is here's my next point. Twin, this is my next point. You fucking nigger millennials. You niggas let your uncles and your big brothers and your granddads lie to you about the myth of Michael Jordan and Rakim. Nigga like me, my young bulls, who's younger than me, Gen Z, big vibes, came through, watch the film. We heard the records. We said, this shit ain't that good. Get these niggas out of here. We done with that old nigga shit.
Yes, I'm with you.
I'm not. Y'all not about to tell, y'all not about to maybe believe in false idols. Y'all not about to maybe believe in this shit. I'm cool off of it. That shit is not as good as y'all portray it, and that's okay, that's fine. But the real problem is, like, I know, the crazy thing is, I know in 20 years, when I'm 40.
We done with the 2010s?
Yeah. Oh, 20 years when I'm 46, they're gonna be like, yo, we done with that Drake shit.
We done with the LeBron shit.
Yeah. I'm knowing. And I'm like, y'all right.
Yeah, you got to give it.
Y'all right. For y'all generation, they was the GOATs. But we not going to discount what they did in 2010s. I wish old niggas would say that. No, y'all right. Today's game is a better game than yesterday's game.
Yeah.
It's a better game. But they're not saying that. They're like, no, he's better still. No, old niggas is like, Jordan is the best player to ever play the game, period.
That is just not even possible. Like, legitimately, like, that's not even like possible to, like, for one person to remain the best of all time in something that is ever evolving. Like, the only even as in things as old as running, people have been running since humans were a thing. There's still new humans that come out every fucking decade or whatever. Who are faster.
Who have better technique.
Yeah. So how the fuck? That's a sport that's been around forever. That's an activity that's been around forever, let alone basketball that's not even 100 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. Yo, I'm
right? I don't think he's 100 years old, right?
What, basketball?
Yeah,
no, not yet.
Okay.
It might be. No, not yet. The problem is like...
Same with hip-hop, by the way.
Yeah,
very young.
Very, very young sports. Yo, we talking about... The argument that old heads make, by the way, I'm passionate about this LeBron shit. The argument that I'm Bron sexual, call me that. I'm a Drake sexual, LeBron sexual. You know what? I like greats.
You're about to be a Mahomes sexual soon.
I'm already a Mahomes sexual. Yeah. I'm already a Mahomes sexual. I'm leading the Mahomes GOAT agenda. I'm leading that. Like, it's me. Like, I like greats. You niggas want to watch. You niggas want to root for goddamn Trevor Lawrence and shit like that. Give a fuck about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't give a fuck about these niggas who are B-tier players in the history of the league. We talking about greats right now, nigga. We talking about greats, nigga. Aubrey, nigga. We talking about greats, all-timers. You know what I mean? What are we talking about?
The argument that the old people make about LeBron and... I think that's where you were going. It was like...
What did you say before I started?
I said my homosexual. You said I'm a Bron sexual.
No, before that.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, whatever.
It was you. It was like... It was basically you're about to go off to defend greats? LeBron. You were going to defend LeBron about
that's what it was. Thank you. Appreciate you. We talk about the GOAT, the greatest to ever play the game. And the argument the old niggas make for Jordan is like, he got 6 rings. He was undefeated in the finals. We talk about a game that's been played for 60 years now. LeBron has scored the most points in the history of the game. When LeBron retires, his career stats are going to be like 27, 6, and 7. He's going to average. He's never going to average a triple-double throughout his career. We're talking about a guy for his career who's going to shoot 36% from 3. 80% from the free throw line. We talking about a guy who's going to shoot 40% from the field for his career. You want me to believe the guy that couldn't make a three-pointer at the GOAT? You want me to leave? You want me to believe that a guy who Paul George is going to pass in points one day is the greatest ever played the game? You would believe a guy who James Harden is going to pass in points one day is the greatest ever played this game? Is that what you want me to believe because he won 6 championships? Against fucking niggas, by the way, against competition who also would not compete in this league today. John Stockton is goddamn TJ McConnell. I'm serious behind that. Yo, Charles Barkley is Zion.
Jesus.
Think about his comp. Think about Michael Jordan comp for a second. Yo, LeBron had to go against the Warriors.
Steph, yeah.
He had to go against not just Steph, Steve beat Steph, and Steph would have recruited maybe the best pure shooter the game has ever seen, pure bucket getter the game ever seen, Kevin Durant. A 7-footer where he was like a guard who could score from anywhere. That's who he had to compete with. What the fuck is you niggas talking about? I hate you niggas. Yo, we done with the 90s shit. LeBron's the GOAT, Drake's the GOAT. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all niggas say no more. It's it. Here go my goals. LeBron, Drake, Patrick Mahomes. Give a fuck about none of the shit you niggas talking about. Give a fuck.
But this is why I like that we done with the 90s like phrase. Mm-hmm. There's only 2 reactions. Fires you up, fuck you old fucks.
Yeah.
Or fires you up, fuck you young fuck.
Yeah.
It's a very divisive phrase and I love it.
Yeah.
Like you say that to you say that to your dad?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Your dad's a young dad. No.
My dad's around the 90s.
Hey, old man, we done with the 90s, yo.
No, I tell my dad. My dad go to Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
If I tell my dad that Finn Balor's a better wrestler than Shawn Michaels, my dad getting his bag.
Okay.
Which TBH, Finn Balor's probably a better wrestler than Shawn Michaels.
I mean, a lot of these people are probably.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The game is advanced too much.
Roman Reigns, I'm a Reigns sexual.
Acknowledge him, dog.
I'm a Reigns sexual. Stop bringing fucking Hulk Hogan up.
Let's go. Don't you bring Hulk Hogan up to me no more, nigga. It's Roman Reigns. Acknowledge him. Don't you bring up these niggas to me no more, dog. I'm done with that old shit.
Our fucking
our goats is Drake, Aubrey,
Mount Rushmore of the goats. The GOAT Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, it's Drake, Bron, Patrick, Roman Reigns.
That's amazing.
Don't you bring out none of these old niggas to me no more.
That's a 4.
Don't you bring them up.